Welcome back after the break, and we're busy looking at question 3.6. It's a case study regarding the Maputo Development Corridor. So when we look at this case study, what do we see? South Africa, the government came up with a plan by creating infrastructure and a transport route between Gauteng and Maputo. So, and what it basically does, it creates investment opportunities and it makes so that both countries can benefit from this program. So let's quickly look at the questions that's being asked over here. What does the abbreviation SDI stand for? It's known as the Spatial Development Initiative. Just want to get my spelling correct. Initiative. Now, name one development project associated with the Maputo Development Corridor. Now, I'm going to mention a few over there because so many people can take advantage of this program that the government launched. And the first one, they constructed the N4 highway. Now, immediately by constructing this highway, many people are being employed. Now, and immediately it means the surrounding rural area have access to this transport route. So already it's a massive benefit. Another benefit is upgrading the railway line. Now the railway line is the use of trains. Now it's easier to transport raw materials because it goes in big quantities, but besides that, it can also boost tourism because people can use the train to travel from Maputo to South Africa, and we can basically enjoy different cultures of the different countries. Another reason that we can go and have a look at is upgrading Maputo port. Now, very importantly, if we look at Mozambique, it's basically a developing country. Now, the port is the harbor. First of all, it's going to generate a lot of income for Maputo itself and Mozambique. And with this port, it's going to promote exports and imports. And with that, keep in mind, when we look at the port, it can be an established break of bulk point, because what happens at a break of bulk point? It changes modes of transport. It comes in one form of transport and it leaves in another form of transport. And last but not least, what we can mention over there, telecommunications, like in the case study, has been upgraded. And I'm talking telecommunications, we're talking telephone lines, infrastructure, and even internet to make business much easier and the transition much easier between the two countries to develop trade. Now, this is an interesting question. Remember, it's a win-win situation for both countries. That's what's the initiative behind the SDI. It's an initiative to help the people, to help the community, and to help local government. Now, how does the Maputo Development Corridor contribute to the economy of South Africa? How does it add to the GDP? What do South Africa gain from it? And let's quickly look at a couple of things that we need to discuss. Now, first of all, the transport networks, the N4, it promotes transport networks and make it easier for the raw material to be transported. Now keep in mind, when we talk about raw material, I'm talking about coal, or for instance platinum. It weighs a lot and is difficult to transport, and the transport cost in it is exceptionally high. Another reason that South Africa gained from it So basically, there's a well-developed harbour in Maputo that's going to boost exporting. So it's going to make it easier to export goods from South Africa, because Durban is exceptionally busy already. So now we can use the Maputo harbour to export even more goods, making more money. Another reason that we can go and have a look at it, it's the good transport network. Coming back to the transport network, it makes it easier. What can we write over there? For workers to travel. So it's more sufficient. With this N4 being constructed, it makes it much quicker for the people to travel to work and back, and between where they live and their work areas. So it's beneficial for the people that commute using this road on a daily basis. Another reason that we can add over here, it creates employment opportunities. I'm just going to write over there, all along the highway, because that might happen. People might be able to open a garage or open a small shop where people can stop and spend some money over there. So it creates a lot of employment opportunities, and even building this transport network. Same as in the harbours. What happens over there? People constructing, upgrading this port. A lot of employment opportunities are being created. Then another reason that we're going to have a look at is it promotes international trade. Now, it promotes international trade, meaning we're already doing business with another country, and that is Mozambique itself. And the last reason that we can add over here, what we can do is, and it promotes domestic trade. Because all along this highway, people never had access, for instance, Mpumalanga to Gauteng. Now they can travel to Gauteng quickly and efficiently and back to where they live to promote their own domestic trade or their own businesses. Now, if you quickly look at question 3.6.4, the establishment of the Maputo Development Corridor will address the problems of industrial centralization in Gauteng. Centralization is all the businesses together. Now, unfortunately, many businesses want to decentralize because of the amount of pollution and because of the congestion. So companies try to move away from Gauteng because it's too many companies situated in a small area. Now, if you quickly look at the question, how are we going to address the problem of industrial centralization? Now, the answers to this question is industrial development promoted. The industrial development is promoted outside Gauteng. So it means the influx is going to be less. That's a very important aspect over there. And it means the establishment of more industries outside Gauteng. So it means we don't have to have all our eggs in one basket. So if we want something done in industries, we need to Gauteng. But what happens now, it moves a little bit away from Gauteng and create other opportunities in other areas. Now, if you quickly look at the last question, 3.6.5, another paragraph question. Outline the economic advantages for the communities living along the Maputo Development Corridor. Now, we looked at this previous section. What does all the people want to do? They want to move away from the rural areas to the urban areas. Now, with the Maputo Corridor being created, people don't actually have to move away. And they can be entrepreneurial and it can create new ventures for them. And if we look at that, what can we do? Employment opportunities are being generated. Another advantage of this product, it improves infrastructure. So it means better roads, safer roads for the community along it, and it boosts tourism. So that means people can go and visit Mozambique much easier and much safer because of decent roads being constructed. Now, another reason that we can have a look, small rural settlements can sell arts and crafts. It promotes culture activities, promotes cultural activities, and most importantly, because of this road and railway being created, it gains access to services where the people used to be remote and do not have access to all the services that's being provided. And last but not least, Gr12, it improves the people's standard of living. Meaning it will create opportunities for the people between Maputo and Gauteng. Now, very importantly over here, but we need to have a look at, it creates opportunities. So the standard of living will improve. It means with the employment opportunities that they can provide for their families. And most importantly, both countries will win from this SDI initiative. It means both countries can grow their GDP because of this initiative, and both countries can develop over the years. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll see you next time around. Cheers.